Hi everyone, very good evening and welcome back to Geeks for Geeks practice. Please give me a plus one in the chat if my voice is clearly audible to everyone and everything is working fine. Then I'll share my screen and we'll discuss the problem as well. So, hi Madbar and hi to everyone else present here as well who are not writing anything in the chat. So, can we start, guys? Okay, hi Madbar Joshi as well. So, yesterday, as you might be knowing, there was in many parts of the northern India, a lot of hailstorm and rain was there. So, at my place also, there was a lot of rain. So, that is why there was no internet and light properly, so I couldn't stream. But I will try to record a video today, and it will be uploaded by tomorrow, I think, by the team. Okay. So with that being said, can we start for today's problem? Please write yes in the chat, and then I'll start. So this problem basically says that you are given an array of strings. Okay, okay. So you'll be given an array which will be consisting of strings, and then what the problem says is you have to find out if it is possible to make a palindromic string by concatenating all the strings in any order. So the problem says that basically what you can do is when you have been given some elements, so in that is when you have been given some strings, so can you concatenate them in such a way, like let's say if I have been given this thing, this particular thing, let's say, okay, and then I have been given, let's say, something like z y x, and I've been given x y z, right? So I have to tell whether I can concatenate the given strings and I can make one string such that it is palindromic. So yes, in this case I can, because if you will see, so if I try to take this and this here, and then after that I take z here, y here, x here, and then I take x, y, and z here, so I will be able to make it, right? So I have to return true or false whether it is possible for me or not. So provided that all the strings given in the array are of equal length, right? So it says that all the given strings are of equal length. So we have to tell whether it is possible for us to make a palindromic string finally or not. Okay, so find out if it is possible for making a palindromic string by concatenating or not, right? So one thing that comes to my mind is that if I have, suppose, ABC, right? If I have ABC, right? If I have ABC, so I can say one thing, that I also need CBA, right? I also need CBA to occur, right? So if I have, let's say, another ABC, so I might need another CBA. That is one thing that comes to my mind. So in this case, can I say that I have to keep a track of the count of the words that are occurring? So the hashing concept comes to my mind, right? Is that clear to everyone, that I should store the frequency of each and every string inside a map? Is this part clear? Very basic and very precise, to be honest, nothing much fancy about it, right? The basic thing that comes to our mind is that we can have a map, because we should keep a track of the frequency. So I can say that I can, let's say, have a unordered map. Okay, unordered. Okay, okay, I can have an unordered map. Let's say you can schedule the PODD accordingly so that the video can't be missed. As for yesterday, it is not good that we are waiting. Yes, but I tried to be there, but it was not possible because of the net. No worries, Utkarsh. Okay, so first thing, but other days we are very regular with the PODs. So what we will do here is we'll start iterating the string, and we will store all the we'll start iterating the array, and we'll store all the occurrences of the characters, right? Now in this case, what I will like to do here is, if you will observe, so I can I will start iterating through the map now, right? So let's say auto I is to empty, so I'll iterate through the keys of the map now. Okay, and let's say I'll say that int rev, I will make a string rev. Okay, and I will initialize it as I dot first, because suppose that I will initialize it as I dot first, right? So whatever is the current string that I'm having in the map, okay, I will store it in the rev, and then what I will do is I will call a reverse function. Okay, and then I will say that reverse dot begin, rev dot begin, comma rev dot end. So rev dot end. Okay, so what I am going to do here, you will ask this thing with for me, right? So basically, if I'm trying to say that, suppose that if I have got ABC, right? So if I have like inside the map, if ABC is stored and ABC having the frequency as 1, then I will store the reverse also. So the reverse will be CBA, right? So I will search inside the map whether it is present or not. Like, is this particular point pretty much clear to all of you guys? Yes or no? Please let me know. Is this part clear to all of you? Right. Okay. So see, there are two things that can happen from here, right? Suppose that if I had a particular string, see, if I had a particular string, let's say something like madam, okay. Let's say if I had something like madam, right? Let's say I had again got madam and I had again got madam, right? If something like this was there, then can I say that if this is the also frequency should be same, right? So first let me come to it. Okay, suppose this is I dot first, suppose this is the current string of the map. If I will reverse this now, so suppose the suppose the current string that I am having, we have to keep a how to keep a track of the frequency. I have said that I will take a map and I'll increase the frequency of each and every string, right? Now what I am saying is, if you will see here, so what will be the reverse? Please write same in the chat. In this case the reverse will be the same, right? So reverse will also be madam, because madam is a palindromic string, right? You can say aurora also, right? Suppose you had ARORA, right? Just a second, I think ARORA, I think this is also palindromic na. Yeah, aurora. Sumita Arora was a book in class 10th. ARORA, right? So if you think about aurora also, something like that. So if this is the ith string that is stored in your map, right, then its reverse will also be the same. Please write yes in the chat, right? Yeah, GFG is also there, but I'm not taking that example. So reverse will also be aurora, right? So in this case, I'm going to say what I'm going to say, that if it happens that I dot first, okay, if the string that I'm having in the map, if it is same as the reverse, right? So in this case, this is palindromic string, right? So this is a palindromic string. So if the string that I'm having, okay, currently if it is a palindromic string, then I need to take care of one thing. Then I am fine with everything except that. Now think about this thing, guys, right? Think about one thing. See, there can be some circumstances. Suppose that if I have something like this, okay, suppose that if I have aurora, okay, let me take madam. In fact, just give me a second. Let's take madam string, for example. Madam, if I have madam, okay, then if I have madam, and again if I have madam, right? So suppose that if I have odd number of like if this string is palindromic, okay, and I have got odd occurrences, okay, it occurs odd number of times, it is occurring odd times, right? So that is fine for me, because suppose that if I had ABC also here, okay, suppose ABC was there and CBA was also there, right? So in that case, what I can do is maybe I can do MADAM, okay, and maybe I can have let's say something like ABC here, and then CBA somewhere here, right? And then what I can do is I can put this MADAM here, and again I can put in between one MADAM, right? So you will see here, like I can have a balance, right? This guy can balance this guy can balance this guy, right? This guy can balance this guy, right? And then this guy balance this guy balance this guy, right? Then this guy balance this guy, and this guy balance this guy. Now if you will see here, so if I'm having this string na odd number of times, if I'm having the string that is palindrome, if it is present odd number of times, so only one odd occurrence of a palindromic string I can allow. Please write yes in the chat. Is this part clear to everyone? Please write yes. Is this part clear? Only one if the string is palindromic, then if I have only one string like if I have only one string that is occurring odd number of times, if it is palindrome, then I'm fine with it, otherwise not. Why? Because suppose if see if I have, suppose if I have ABC, okay, then I have madam, okay, and then I have CBA, that is fine for me, that is totally fine. But suppose that if I have ABC, okay, and then I also have got madam, and I also have aurora, right? Let me write this as aurora, right? ARORA, and then I have CBA. So now in such a circumstance, if you will see, if a palindromic string is occurring odd number of times, then it is not possible for me to do it, right? So if the count of the odd palindromic string, if it is greater than one, then the answer is not possible. Please write yes in the chat. I can only afford to have odd number of palindromic string only one time, not more than one time. Please write yes in the chat. Is this part clear? So that is why maybe what I can do is I can declare int odd initially, okay, and this has 0. And what I will check is I'll check that if I dot second, okay, I dot second, if I modulo it with 2 and it is 1, then I will do odd plus plus, right? So I'll count the number of odd palindromic strings. Okay, and if it is if the odd frequency becomes greater than 1, then I will return false. Please write false in the chat, guys. Is this part pretty much clear to everyone? I hope that this makes a lot of sense. If it does make a lot of sense, then please hit the like button and acknowledge this fact that this particular part is clear to everyone, right? Is it very much clear to everyone? Like if I am talking about Aurora or Madam, right? So if they are occurring odd number of times, then I can only afford only one odd occurrence of a palindromic string. If I have more than one odd occurrence of a palindromic string, then I cannot handle that, because the final string that I'll make, it will no longer be palindromic, right? That is the issue with this, right? So this part is clear. Now after that, else what I will do, else if. So else if in the else if part I should be checking, right? So else if in the else if part I will check. What will I check? So suppose that if I am having ABC, right? If I am having ABC and I am having ABC, and suppose the ith string was ABC, suppose ABC is occurring two times. Okay, suppose ABC is occurring two times. Suppose this string is not palindromic, because this is not, and I'm having CBA, and CBA is occurring one time, right? CBA is occurring one time. So now in this case, what I can say here is, you will be able to observe that if it happens, right? If I will check that if in the map, okay, if in the map, I will check if in the map the reverse string frequency is not the same as the frequency of the current string. So in that case also I need to return false. Is this part clear? Because if the string is not palindromic, then the in that case its reverse should be available that much number of times. We can insert the reverse. Yeah, you could have done that also. Yeah, but in that case it will take more space complexity, Utkarsh. It will take 2n space, so I'm just optimizing it in terms of space, right? So you could have done that also, that is fine. Okay, so I'll check if I dot second, if the current string is not a palindromic string, and if its frequency is not equal to the frequency of the reverse string, right? So in that case it is not possible for me to make a final palindromic string. So in this case also I'll return false. Otherwise what I will do is I will just return a true here. I'll just return true, indicating that okay, in all the other cases it will be possible, because these are the cases that we need to think about. Is this part clear to everyone? Please write yes, everyone else in the chat, if you are clear with this part. Okay, I'm trying to submit this code. I know that it will get submitted because it is quite easy. Yeah, so it got submitted. So is the logic part clear to everyone or not, and how to think about it? Also, one more thing, you can write GFG in the chat, because GFG has started recommending the problems also now, which is very good. Okay, I find it very good, a very good initiative, right? So I will do one. Sorry, I will just open the GFG ID now. Right. No, I'm talking only about map. Handle both cases, even and odd. So I have even cases. Why do we need to handle even cases, Naikaj? In my code is handling all the cases properly. For the even case, you don't need to worry, because that will automatically balance out. So yeah, I'm generating this link and I'm sharing it in this chat. Right. So yeah, it is shared in the chat. Now tell me which part is not clear, guys. I hope that everyone has understood. Basically, what I am doing here is I'm having an unordered map, right? I'm having a map, and it will store the frequency of the string, and then I'm iterating through the map and I'm storing the frequency of all the strings that are there. Then I'm also having an odd counter. Odd counter is for the palindromic strings, right? Because if I have three madam, that is fine, because one madam will be adjusted. But suppose if I have one madam, that is fine, I can adjust it in between. But if I have Aurora also, so if I have two palindromic strings which are occurring odd number of times, then I cannot make a final palindromic string, right? It seems that you have not handled it. uh, I have handled it. No, I am talking about only map. I have handled it. So see, then what you will do is you have the ith string. So you reverse it up, and then you check that if the current string in the map, if it is if its reverse is same, so it is palindromic. So if it is palindromic, then you only need to check that if it is occurring odd number of times, so you can increase the odd count. And if there are more than one odd palindromic string, then it is not possible for making a final string as a palindromic string. So you'll return false. Else if the current string is not palindromic, then you have to make sure that the current string that you are having, that is, let's say, ABC, and its reverse, that is CBA, they should have the same frequency. If they don't have the same frequency, it's not possible to make a palindromic string, so you return false. Otherwise In all the cases, you return true. So is this part clear to everyone? Please write yes in the chat, guys, if you are clear with this. I hope that you are clear with this part now. Is it clear to everyone? If you are clear, then you can hit the like button and tell me in the chat, guys. Okay. Is it clear to everyone? Utkarsh, I have handled it clearly, right? So you can dry run it on many cases, Utkarsh, but it will work fine because it is getting accepted. Okay. So this was all about today's, like yesterday's problem of the day. Today's problem of the day is very interesting. I think I saw it. So I think some kind of DP and bind search was applied. So you can try it out on your own. Okay, guys. So thanks a lot everyone for joining for today's session. So thanks a lot Naikach, thanks a lot Function Sigmoid, and thanks a lot Madbar, thanks a lot Utkarsh, okay, and thanks a lot Madbar, thanks a lot Rishit. Thank you everyone for joining for today's session, and I will see you with another problem of the day next weekend. Also, my recording will be uploaded, so don't worry. Till then, keep coding, guys, and thank you for joining. I'll see you with another problem of the day on Tuesday. Good night, take care, and keep coding, guys. Thank you.